Hello out there to everyone in the verse. Gabby here with my weekly show where I do my best to offer up advice and solutions to the many interpersonal problems that any one of us might face, whether that be tackling relationship difficulties or just being an ear for someone in need. Tonight we have a couple of interesting stories I want to share, and of course a Dear Gabby update as well. Remember that if you have your own difficulty you would like to share, please mail in your concern or you can post it in the comments below and I will give my very best advice to you if chosen. So be sure to let me know your troubles for your own chance at a problem-solving take from the galactically known Gabby. Good afternoon, Trumbull. We are on the 13th episode. Time is sure flying by, and we've met so many interesting people. How are you doing today?
I hate to tell you, Miss Gabby, but I am a little superstitious, and some of the weirdness that has been going on this week is not helping alleviate that.
Oh no, Trumbull. What sort of weirdness has happened?
Well, to begin with, I kept getting strange background echoes on some of the footage I gathered that I have never heard before. Then my redundant drive where I back up everything has not been accessible, so I had to order another from Microtech, and it won't be here for another week, so of course I hate only working on a single drive.
Now that is some weirdness, Trumbull, but since you mentioned Microtech, that brings us to tonight's brand new sponsor. So as usual, you are tippity top with your segues for sponsors. So let's move on past the weirdness and get to the show. Before we get into this week's show, I first wanted to talk about a company that really needs no introduction because they are on billions of wrists across many systems, and when paired with their Referral AR lenses, offer up real-time contextual information. Now, some of you might not be aware of some of their other amazing products, such as their Muse SimPods, which are used to offer up the most sophisticated training programs there are. Microtech's HoloTable and HoloMap technology is also the tippity top in their class, and I don't know of anyone who does not use their amazing tablets. So when you are anywhere near Microtech, be sure to head on down to their visually amazing store. Say, Trumbull, have you visited their store on Microtech yet?
I have, and I was very impressed at the cleanliness, with floors so clean you could eat off them.
Yes, Trumbull, I suppose you could eat off them. Be sure to check out all of this and more either from their amazing clean store on Microtech or directly from your Mobiglass and have it shipped directly to your doorstep. Use code Galactically Known Gabby to save 15% off your next purchase.
Terms and conditions apply. Delivery not available in some areas in the Stanton system. If from Lorville, check to see if your area has availability.
Our first writer is a person who left us a rather drunken message when they were speaking, but there seems to be a real underlying problem here. So here is the transcript as read by me. Oh, and there was another voice near the end, so keep that in mind while listening. I will try to make this as clear as possible to understand. Dear Gabby and Galaxy, my name is Thurs. Well, I'm supposed to say that at the end, aren't I? My name is, well, I am someone who frequents station bars between cargo runs where I am for hire to unload ships. Hey, if you have a ship you ever need unloaded, just call on good old Thurs. Oops, almost said my name again. Anyway, I have a social problem, I think. I don't know that I've ever had any real friends. I'm 57 now and, well, I mean, there were some lads on Terra, but no one I speak to today. Terra was such a lovely planet. Oh, where was I? Oh, yes. I unload stuff Gabby. If you ever need someone to unload something for you, if you are ever at the same station I am, just ring up good old, I almost gave away my name again. You won't trick me, dear Gabby, my lady. I am too quick for you. So yeah, that is my problem, and I hope you can help me. And if you're ever in... No, wait. I'm at the end, aren't I? I know this is where I'm supposed to give my name. Stop telling me what to do. Hey, can you tell the bartender I need another, please? Of course I'll pay for it. I got the credits. Here, look. I just sent the credits. Tell him to check. For gosh darn sake, no one does a beer tab anymore. Oi, no, I don't want no bloody tap. I said tab, as in a bar tab. I want mine in a bottle, thank you very much. I don't trust no space roach-ridden bar to put my fine ale in a stinking glass where they can rob you or contaminate you with their sprays. This was hard.
Take 2.
I don't trust no space roach-ridden bar to put my fine ale in a stinking glass where they can rob you or contaminate you with their space debris. Oh, sorry dear Gabby and Galaxy, this is Thurston at Bars. That name isn't stupid, it's clever, isn't it? I know it's just my name with at bars at the end, but it's sort of meta. Goodbye. Okay, dear Thurston at Bars. First off, I wanted to thank you for your very colorful message. It's not often I get to try my hand at some real-time language, and I only wish I could match your lovely accent, but unfortunately, the galactically known Gabby doesn't do accents very well. As for your problem, well, I think you only scraped the surface. I think your overall intention with your message was to convey that you would like more friends, or at least some sort of real companionship outside of the normal folks you run into at the station bars or persons you run across while soliciting your unloading skills. I cannot tell if you have a substance abuse problem, but my feeling is that you might be drinking to hide from your social issues, but I can tell you that will not help. It might help you open up a little about them, but you seem to have a real problem with staying focused long enough to dig into your problems. What I would like you to do is first visit a space clinic and get checked over. Now be ready to hear some harsh realities if it's been a while since you have been to any medical facility. The next thing I want you to do is either sit down and write your problem down or call back in and talk about it, but please do so while sober so I can hear a little more about the problem. I am here to help, but 90% of that call was just utter gibberish. And even though I am here for everyone, I do like it better when callers or writers can boil down their issues to what's going on and stay on target. I would love to help you, Thurston at Bars, but you first need to help yourself. Our second person has a problem with a recurring nightmare. No, it's not the standing on chairs dream, which, by the way, thank you for all of the recent comments, but at this point, I'm leaving it to the professionals to deal with until we hear more. Anyway, this person writes, Dear Gabby in space, I've been having trouble sleeping. I was on board a ship that caught fire. Now don't worry, nobody was hurt thankfully, but ever since then I keep having these recurring dreams about the fire or me either on a ship that seems to be burning all around me or I'm searching through debris of a ship with fire all around me and I wake up panicked that I'm going to be burnt alive. In the morning when I'm up doing my routines, I just kind of hold my coffee and stare like a zombie. I'm so tired and I just want to know how I can stop dreaming about fire. It's not like I was burnt, which is why I just don't understand why this is happening. Thanks for any resources you can offer to help me to get over these nightmares. Signed, Burning Nightmares. Dear Burning Nightmares, I'm sorry you haven't been sleeping well. That's a bummer. I'm even more glad no one was hurt in your ship fire. Now, without knowing much about your life, I would like to recommend a couple of things. Either try working out before bed to help tire yourself out more if you do not already do something like that, or try reading a book, especially a book with some good fictional fantasy, but nothing space related. You need to have something to replace your dread or fear that has seeped in. I often find that when I get enthralled in a deeply moving story, I will dream about it, and so to move past your own nightmares, you need to do a mental swap. Now, working out might not make your mind think of other things, but it can cause you to relax better and enter a deeper realm of sleep, which could also help, not to mention all of the positive things working out does for your body's chemical balances, which can help you achieve better sleep in general. Your dreams will get better once you can move past your close brush with death. Do let us know how you progress, and I hope taking sleeping medication is not the way you decide to go, because that will not be a good long-term solution. Take care. It is, of course, now time for a Dear Gabby update, and this week's update comes to us from Puffy Eyes in Class, who wrote in last month to tell us about their noisy neighbors. So let's see how they have managed. And they write, Dear Gabby in Space, I cannot thank you enough for your advice. So I did as you said and turned the tables on my loud upstairs neighbors. I went through my apartment banging on things, jumping up and down and yelling with loud music on, and sure enough, after a week or so, the noise stopped. But then I found out that they were arrested for widow trafficking and ended up in Klesher. So I guess that happened, and even though it is not the outcome I wished for them, and to be clear, I never once called security after speaking with you, I am still glad it is over. I now hope that the next neighbors that move in will not be loud. Otherwise, I will be going through this all over again. But at least I now know what to do and how to handle it. Anyway, thank you, Gabby, for the helpful advice. Signed, Puffy Eyes in Class. Well, that is a crazy ending to your story, Puffy Eyes in Class. I'm glad it worked out for you and wish you luck with those new neighbors. That is all for this week's show. Tune in next week, and until then, I hope you all stay safe out there in the verse. Me and Trumbull wish you all well. Thank you for watching. Say goodnight, Trumbull.
Good night, Trumbull.